I had a joke in mind for Witcher.
Well,
Yeah, got it.
Bloopers.
Hello guys, welcome to Indian Society. I'm Mona Prince and I'm joined by Swapney and Nolan the Batman.
Hey guys.
And we are here talking about The Witcher Season 2, the show which everyone forgot because of Spider-Man No Way Home, which came on 17th December itself. But anyways, I think it's time to finally talk about that show. And this will be a spoiler discussion, so if you haven't watched the show, please stop because we'll be diving into a lot of spoilery stuff, which doesn't even matter because the show was not that great. But anyways, we'll dive into all of that. So without any delay, let's get into it. And again, if you enjoy, do like, share, subscribe. The ending was basically like John Wick 2, that everyone is after Siri. That's the first thing that came to my mind when I saw that ending. Like, oh, this is John Wick.
okay.
Like everyone,
Yeah,
like
that is-
everyone is after Siri now. Everyone, even else who
That
were
is
not
true, that's
like after her, even they are like after her.
I mean, so basically
Well-
that is the main theme of the entire Witcher, story. That
that was
everyone is behind Elder Blood.
even I who don't know the Witcher series, I felt that would be like the predictable thing because like judging by season 1, I felt that was going to happen sooner or later.
But yes, coming to overall, what do you guys think? Give me your quick thoughts on season 1 also, and your thoughts on season 2 as well. Nolan first.
I don't remember season 1.
I thought I remembered season 1, and there was this recap also. And like, yes, I know all of this stuff, but still, I was like,
Did you remember the elf, the spy elf? I didn't even know he was in season
no,
1.
I remembered that, but I was like,
Yeah,
I was like,
I
he
was like,
looks
why
familiar. He
suddenly
looks
he's like a
familiar.
mastermind spy? Like within, some days, he's like, just he entered that what's that place called, man? I finished
Nilfgaard.
Witcher a day before yesterday, and I'm already forgotten
yeah,
all the places, all
goes
the names.
he goes to Nilfgaard, right, with
Yeah.
the elves,
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
is
No,
where
no.
he starts fighting.
That is that place they burn in the first episode in season 1.
Oh, the forest.
No.
Forest.
The
Acha, Centra. You're talking
Centra,
about
right?
Centra.
In
Yeah.
that he reaches there within days. He's like the first elf authority kind of place where he's directly in touch with the queen or whatever she is. I'm like, oh, okay, directly. Wow, he's very trained. But yeah, I think that was the worst, like one of the least thing I was. I had a problem with the show. But anyways, yeah, continue,
Wait, who was
Nolan.
talking?
Nolan.
Uh,
Forgetting a lot of things.
yeah, man. So like I don't remember season 1 that well because it's been like 2 years, right, since season 1 came out. That's what. Like I didn't recognize that elf. Like I was like he looks familiar, but I couldn't place him. And then after Siri recognized him or something like that, then I realized he was there in season 1. Well, like now season 2, my new favorite character is Yaskia now.
Really?
Yeah,
He had less footage this time, I think, compared last
but
time.
still,
Did they change the
No,
actor?
actually.
no, same actor.
Oh, no, it's the same actor.
Yeah.
So the only difference being he is far more funnier this season than he is in the last season. Also, he is far more funnier than any iteration of him, I'd say,
Hmm.
in the
Okay.
books and in the games as well.
Oh,
Is he
I
is
will
he a
tell you the
playable
names.
character in the games?
Sorry,
I
what?
don't.
Is
No,
he
I
a
don't
playable
think so.
character in the games?
No, he's not a
Any
playable
mission, like
character,
side mission where you can play?
but no, not as much as I don't think he's a playable character in the side missions as well. But yeah, one thing I would say is he's far more wittier. He's not funnier, but he's far more wittier in the games. I found him here. He's kind of very outgoing, very trusting. He's not like that in the games at least. But yeah, he's far funnier in the game, and he's I'd say a tad bit more likable in the show. I'd say. I get why
Finally, a
he's
positive for the
new-
show.
he's a new favorite character. I think he'd be a new favorite character for a lot of people
Yeah.
after this season.
Yeah, continue, Nolan.
He's putting me on the spot. This thing, this is a very, I feel this opinion of mine will be very unpopular because I told it to one of my friend who's who's played the games and all. Have you watched the animated Witcher movie?
No, I didn't
Yeah.
watch it.
Nightmare of the Wolf, yes.
Yeah, Nightfall of the Wolf. What's his name? And Geralt's trainer, the guy who taught him.
Vesemir.
Vesemir.
Vesemir. So Vesemir looks so badass in that, and now in the I get that it's 100 years later, but he's gotten all fat and he looks ugly now, and he looks more lame. Like he looks so badass in the animated.
I think you
one.
told me this before.
I get that in the games and all, like he looks that way, like how he looks in The Witcher, but I feel like to go from that to that, it's like, and he's been fighting. It's not like he's been slacking off and all. So I don't know. I don't. According to me, at least, he should not have like degraded so much.
I don't know. Now I think now you said that in the games he looks like that. Maybe that's what his character design was. But I feel like there are a lot of aged actors in Hollywood that are play old characters and they are like fit.
Yeah,
So they could have gotten
Yeah,
a
that's what.
actor who like at least give because there are so many witches in this one, so you have this comparison going on also in your mind. At least someone who at least in his look gives a like a competition or a
Exactly.
at least one like somewhat similar to what Geralt is. But I think like even the other witches they didn't feel like it
Yeah,
feels like
Geralt was,
Geralt
like,
is
too
one of the
big.
best. It's like he's like the prime of them and they are just secondary kind of, anyone can die anytime.
It's like in Fast and Furious when Vin Diesel beat up The Rock.
So I don't know, visually, like again one of the least things I worry about in the show. But okay, moving on. Come to the point, like Nolan, overall, what do you think of the show of season 2?
Season 2 was good, man. Like I like the overall theme of it, and like the reveal that Ciri and elf and all. Like keep in mind, I haven't played the games and also I don't know the
Yeah.
story. So for me, that was like a cool reveal and all. Like she was an elf, and then the alternate dimension and all that stuff. Season 2 was pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, we'll come to that ending, cliffhanger ending at the later stage. And also there's the spin-off show also, right? They put a teaser to it at the
Blood
end.
Oh yeah,
Origin.
no, isn't that a movie?
It's a show, I guess.
Yeah, even I think it's a show.
Oh.
It's like a prequel to what all, which I'm honestly like, I don't know if I care or what. Honestly, I watched Witcher first season just for Henry Cavill, and that was the same reason this time around also. Finally, because of No Way Home, now the craze is like dying out. So finally, I heard some people, oh, Witcher was really good and all. So I'm like, okay, let's give it a look. But you know what? Okay, before I say anything, Swapney.
Okay, my views about the overall views, right?
Yeah, because you have
So-
played the games, right?
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys know this, but okay, we'll cover this later. But overall views, I'd say, okay, there was so one thing I did kind of kind of liked is they did not keep as much time jump in this season as they had in season 1. They focused a lot more on the characters this time around, and
They was time
did,
jump.
okay, they did. There
Like,
was time jump. but
linear
it
time
wasn't
jump.
as-
Linear time jump.
Yes, exactly. It wasn't as jarring as season 1, right?
Yeah.
And because season 1 had all that time jump and all, that's the reason why not many people remember everything from season 1.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
in
I-
season 2,
I had no idea that mage, right, who comes at this place, a Witcher's place.
yeah, the
Like,
fire.
what was
the
that
fire-
connect? What was
Yeah.
their connection? Like, I'm like, I have no idea what's happening.
Okay, well, so that is still that's a mercenary thing. Okay, that's apart from that, I'd say Henry Cavill is actually turning a lot more into the Witcher character. I'd say
Okay.
than season 1. I did really like his portrayal of Geralt this season. I'd say.
Whenever he gets injured, he's like, oh, ow.
Yeah, he just that, right?
So you're saying that in season 2, he's like going towards the game Witcher?
That's still, I think, a bit far off. But
Okay.
yeah, he's actually making what he's doing is he's making the character Geralt his own, right?
Yeah.
So that is coming really well. Ciri as well, Freya, I think the actress's name is. She's also doing a really good job, and Yennefer, yeah. She has been phenomenal from season 1.
Okay.
But yeah, I do like that they went with the more character focused stories this time around. But what they messed up was, I mean, everything else, I'd say. I mean, the visuals and all were better. The fighting was there, better, arguably. The story
Anything is better
choices
than
there-
that dragon, right?
That is not the worst, I would say. There are worse things actually in season 2.
But
But
I
yeah,
liked the series character. I think even the actress, I think she has grown up also. So I think
yeah,
there were some moments in
exactly.
the
2
first
years,
season.
man.
First season, it felt like she's just running, and I'm just tired of it. And
Yeah.
I think the best thing I liked in this season was them coming together finally. I'm just
True, true,
done
true.
with them. Oh, this is there, and they just missed it, and now she's there and he's there, and I'm like, okay, done. Get together now.
Hmm.
And I'm
Yeah.
that's the only reason I'm looking forward to season 3, because now they're all
Dude,
together. No more,
dude,
going away here and there.
dude, you were like, season 1, she was like just running. I was thinking maybe you should get Manoj to defend season 1.
Inside joke, guys. Check out our Harry Potter stream. Anyways, but yeah, coming to season, it's really surprising because one of my biggest complaint is the way they changed Witcher's character. I like that that sassy, no F's given kind of a way he portrayed in season 1. Here, this one I felt he became like a sobby and father and emotional, and what do you call it? Dumbed down, not dumbed down.
Oh, yeah.
What's the other word for it? Where you make the character very. Wait, I
Sappy.
just. Yeah, sappy
Sassy.
is one word. I have one more word. Wait, I'll just check my chat. I sent it to Varun the other day. Chomu. It's a Hindi word. They turn it into a chomu. Chomu basically means sappy. I think that's a correct translation for it.
Well, I mean, controversial, but okay.
But yeah, I felt there were so many moments I felt like, dude, what is this guy, like, come on, be little, bring, I want that little arrogance, little, I don't care about you. And suddenly, it was like, it was sudden. We have seen this in a lot of shows, that a character who's not supposed to be a father figure has to become a father figure. And, there's an arc to it, he doesn't care, doesn't give a damn about anyone. And then someone get injured and suddenly he realizes his responsibility and he tries to be a better person. But here is suddenly just, it was like he was waiting to be a father figure.
No, but they gave context. Like they were like, he was just pretending like he didn't have emotions and all. Like, so when he met her, like he just gave in to them.
No, but I do agree
That was
with
dude. It's
Nonare.
like giving away in a sentence. Come on, you cannot give.
And also, like they were like, because of Yennefer, he is opening up more and all. They did that in season 1.
My-
Like,
my-
I don't
my-
remember. Again, I don't remember.
My
much.
other thing, I understand your point. I think they kind of gave reasoning for everything in the show, but one more thing I felt throughout this season was that it felt rushed. That suddenly we were at one point in the story where everyone, I think, said season 1 was slow, and I felt okay, it's okay. They're taking their time to build up this world. And then suddenly in this one, from there to them coming together, she training to be a kind of a witcher, and this and that, they went to another dimension also, and now that White Flame King is also revealed and everyone is after Syrian, suddenly all of this is within one season.
Oh yeah, that too. I felt like she trusted him too fast. Like he's this guy who he looks so scary, and she
Yeah.
just started trusting him instantly. Like even when that guy even when he killed that monster in front of her who she had befriended,
Yeah.
she just continued trusting him after that. Like there was no argument or anything.
And that's the thing, right? Throughout the show, right? They are these thematic values, thematic things going on with each character. But it is so convoluted that one episode they are behaving in certain way, the other episode they have totally flipped. It's like this like polar disorder kind of a thing, that this character
course.
it's not sure what they believe and what they know. And I felt even the mage, right, who showed up at the witch's place, even she's like suddenly she's behaving in certain way, suddenly she's like,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't care,
Right,
oh
that's
you
very good.
run away, and you will
Yes.
destroy the
Wait.
world, and like what, are you kidding me? You just told her let's check your brain and all. She did that and it's okay, it's safe. And then she's only like, get off me, run, get away from me. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
And
And then she
Okay.
goes there, I know nothing. I literally have known that place where all the
the
mages
major
stay.
circle, yeah.
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 Then she goes there and she's just, at the end of the episode, she's like, the end of the world is coming. And the next episode, she's sitting in the balcony. Hey, nice bird. Like, what? You kidding me?
Even Yaskia, right? Like first he was like, "No, I don't want to do this. You're Geralt's daughter and all." And then after when Geralt shows up, he starts arguing with Geralt like as if it was his idea, and he
Yeah.
forced her into it.
So it's like, like missing episodes, like 15 minutes are cut off. Like, we didn't even see that build up to any of it. It's like throughout, for each character, I felt that. That's why I felt, it feels rushed. They just like, okay, we have to reach these checkpoints. And just like last season of Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Like, just because we have to reach these checkpoints, just rush.
So what I'll say is, what I was gonna say in the overall point of view of mine is they should have focused more on these things, okay? The build up and the settling of things. They should have focused more on that instead of just cramming the Baba Yaga story into this. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this, but the entire witch in the house thing,
Yeah.
that is not present in the books or the games. That is
Oh, they are very.
solely for the show. That is
Oh.
not present
Even the
anywhere.
way they have edited that, right? All those sequences.
So that villain who was trapped by the witches or whatever,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
not
that
that's
she
not part
does
of it.
not exist. Yeah, she does not exist in the. So what Witcher?
Yeah, so does the alternate dimension exist?
It does. That is
I think
what
it-
the
I don't think it's
transaction of spears
alternate.
and all things. No,
Is
that
it alternate or it's
uh,
like so what I am understanding, right? Let me know, like, correct me if this is something we should know from the books or games or whatever. When they say the spheres colliding, I am imagining that there's the Earth and there's one more
No. It
And
is
it
not
collided.
it's a realities. It's different realities. So this
Okay.
sphere where the entire Witcher story is taking place,
That is
there it entirely belonged to the elves. Okay, and when the conjunction of spear event happened, that is when humans first appeared on this sphere.
Okay.
Humans are not native to this sphere. So
Okay.
they exist in a completely different reality. Even monsters exist in completely different reality. So because of the conjunction of spears, there exist monsters, elves, and humans now in the sphere. So that is the cataclysmic event that they talk about.
Do you guys remember the
Yeah.
second episode of season 1 where we first see elves
Mhm.
and Witcher
Yeah.
only tells them to fight for themselves, right? Is the guy who caught them is the same guy who's like the king now, whose daughter died, like they killed the daughter,
Yeah, that's the same guy. The same guy. Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, I was
Yes,
wondering,
yes.
like, is it the same dude? Like,
Ye-
and because I think that
Filamental,
happened like
Filamental,
years
yes.
and years ago, right?
Yeah.
Because
that was way before. Yeah, that was before the fall of Centra. Yeah.
yeah, that was like not fall. It's like before any of it, like, because Witcher is very old, right? Like 100, 200 years old.
Yeah, it's called.
Yeah.
So
And I think
so the general trend of the stories in Witcher. So what we see from the Nivellen story, okay, the Beauty and the Beast story,
yeah.
in the initial part. So that is what actually the Witcher stories are like. Okay, so the writer, he has the author, he has taken inspirations from these very popular folk tales, and he
Yeah.
has incorporated all of them into the Witcher story. So the writers of the show, they decided to do something like that, but it just felt very forced. It just felt very forced. Yennefer is not this emotional. Okay, she has acted, especially when she's in that house. Okay, she's acted very out of character for any iteration of Yennefer, I would say. And even I'll say all the mages, even Fringilla or Triss,
Who's the
all
head?
of them have.
Even the head, she acted so weirdly.
Yeah.
She acted
Tissa,
so weirdly. At some moments, she's, oh my god, world is ending. Second moment,
True.
let's have sex.
So this I think
What is happening?
This I think I read on Reddit that she does not cry in the books at all, and she's like cried over like 70 times
Jennifer.
in season 2. Not
Like
Yennefer, it's sad
first two
ahead.
episodes until Yennefer shows up. Yennefer,
Yeah,
Yennefer.
true.
Yeah, like when did you fall in love with this girl? Like
Yeah.
you were the one who's like we should torture her, like Okay, like
I
they had this.
mean,
Okay, not torture them. They have this, that mother-daughter relationship, but very, strict and
toxic.
toxic. And suddenly,
Yeah.
Jennifer, I'm like, what's wrong? Did I miss something?
Yeah. So that's all right. Instead of adding the entire Baba Yaga thing, they should have just focused on having a fall off and a build up to things that are already existing.
But what are your thoughts about this whole? It's part of the world building, but the whole politics play. I didn't care at all.
Man,
I just didn't care.
missed the politics so much in this season, man. In season 1 there was quite a bit of politics, and I hoped that there would be more politics in this. There was actually no politics in this. I mean,
Like
there's a
in the
whole
name of
thing about
politics,
interest prone, okay, but they did not show that much. They were just focused on what Fringilla and Kahir were doing. Actually, they weren't very much focused on, and yeah, just the inevitable arrival of Emir. That was, I don't know why that was, just in every 2 sentences they're like, Emir is coming. I'm like, okay guys, we know he's coming. Okay, just chill. Just tell us more. We need to know more. What happened to
honestly,
Sintra?
okay. One question to all of you: do you think because it's look-wise, it's kind of Game of Thrones, and they hyped it up as Netflix's Game of Thrones? Do you think that is impacting our view of it, of the show? That the show is not supposed to be that complex and that heavy in the storytelling, but we are just projecting that because we have seen that in Game of Thrones. But this is all about this fantasy.
I have not watched Game of Thrones.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, okay.
What are your thoughts on that then?
So what I think is, story-wise, I think it should be even more complicated than what Game of Thrones was. If I'm drawing from the source content, I feel they should include much more. I see, as I said, I did not. Okay. I understand why they removed the whole time jump Jaren from the first season, but I would, prefer it being there, because the viewers would, if it was there, viewers would get accustomed to it, right? According to me, they would be getting accustomed to it, since
But
there'll be repetition of.
wouldn't it be like a gimmick now, because we are already done it and now we will be like on our toes for it, so we'll feel like, oh, you're forced. Like, have you seen Westworld?
Yeah, of course, yes.
Have you seen season 2, right? What they just tried again, just try to
Yeah.
throw the viewers
Yeah,
off.
okay.
Oh, it's just
Okay,
shit,
okay.
it's happening in different timelines, and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, no, not exactly like that. But what I'm saying is, so time jump according to all the events that are happening, because there's a lot happening at basically all the ages in Witcher. Okay, so I would prefer more information instead of adding more information from the source material, instead of adding something of their own. I would prefer that much more.
Do you think that's why they're
So-
making so many spin-offs, like an animated one? Now you have a prequel show, and
Exactly, right, because they did not they simply did not give enough information to the viewers about the world of Witcher, right?
that's why I should feel they, at least in the Witcher show, focus on the Witcher more than the world.
No, that is not a good idea, because the entire story is about the Witcher world, not the Witcher. And so it is, so the story is designed according to the world, how the Witcher reacts to the world. It is not the character and the world reacts to the character. It's not that. It's the opposite. The world is there and then the Witcher reacts to it.
No, I understand
Is the
that,
whole
but
thing.
I'm like, I want to see more Witcher tackling that world. Instead of
Okay.
you are building that world at the side, oh, this guy and this king and this, like, so out of nowhere, this bald guy came talking to a owl, and I'm like, who the hell is this guy?
Okay.
And like,
Foltest?
out of where the kings are coming, and then this guy who works at the mages is going to search about the, what are these mani, what do you call them?
The
conduits,
guy who, the guy who goes to find out about the elder blood
No. What do you call those
I'm-
black things that which Siri destroyed?
Okay. The monoliths.
Monoliths.
The monoliths.
Yeah,
You know, I'm like,
monoliths.
this guy is on other journey, and then there's this in the kingdom. They are fragilized there with that. Some other thing is going on. Then Amir
Oh
is
no,
coming. Like, there's so many
Emir.
unnecessary things are happening which don't really add up right now. And I think that's what Game of Thrones did so well. That they had so many characters, but they never, stuffed everything within one season. Slowly, we went, explored the world.
So what I would, this is a counterpoint. So those aren't, unnecessary things. Those aren't fillers. Those are important
No,
things.
I'm saying
Just the
like
issue
it's
is
just
they
too
haven't
many,
given.
moving parts.
Yes, but the issue that they've so what the issue they are facing is they just haven't given enough information about it, which is why the viewers cannot relate to it because they don't know what is going on. Like, okay, monoliths, and then there are creatures coming from the monolith, but why? Why is this
That
happening?
was
And then
honestly the interesting part.
and
When
they
they,
do not, they do not let it settle. Also, they just move on to something else, and
Yeah.
then keep it halfway, and then move on to something else. That is something I did not like, but I don't know. I think they were just very much focused on the characters this time around. So they were like just following characters instead of, explaining things, which I don't know if that's the way to go for season 3.
but Nolan, without watching
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, what do you think?
I actually felt it was fine because, like, I got what was happening. Like, I got that this monsters were coming through from the other sphere because she broke the monolith and all that. Kind of got it. And I felt like they basically broke it down, like they were discovering it over time. So it felt like that, but it also felt like it was like just the right amount of foreshadowing because, like, too much foreshadowing gives too much suspense, and too much suspense, like, then messes with your patience. Like, then you want to just skip to the end.
But okay, they visit this place where there's Nane.
Narnia.
No,
What?
not Nane. Which looks like the Hindu temple. That
Yeah.
place, right?
Nine. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That
Whatever.
again, I felt like
The old woman.
I think
Yeah.
even season 1 they were like some places where they go and like just one-off things.
Wait, I'm really confused about that scene. That priestess comes and talks to the Witcher, and he talks to her with so much respect, like she taught him and all. But isn't he like more than hundreds of years old? She's also that old,
Yeah,
Yeah, because mages also live long, right?
but she's not a
because
mage,
Yennefer
right?
is older than Witcher.
He's,
She's a mage.
yeah.
Yennefer.
Yeah, she is
He's
also
older
than
because I
mages.
think I was watching some timeline thing that from the fall of whatever that
Oh, wait,
place is, fall of Sintra.
Yeah.
The fall of Sintra. So series basically happens like she's born 15 years or 10 whatever 12 14 years before that. Witcher was born 300 years before the fall of Sintra, and Yennefer was born 600 years before the fall of Sintra. So that
Okay.
means Yennefer like became a mage like when she was maybe 20, and then she just lived for 600 years now. So,
I
I don't
mean,
know.
epic skincare routine, I'd say.
Yeah, what else? Like I just have issues in everything.
So one thing I'm really curious about is, okay, wait, I fail to remember now that I think of it. Did Emir announce that Chidi was his daughter?
Yeah.
It does, right? So this is gonna get really weird if Netflix goes this path, okay? Because according to the source material, Emir essentially wants to marry Siri actually, and it is prophesied that Siri's child would be the prophesized child or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is gonna be really weird if Emir now wants to marry Siri.
So in the books, Emir is not his
No,
her father.
I guess they changed that. Right?
He is, but they do not mention that it's just mentioned that Emir wants to marry Siri.
But I think
From the
they
beginning, they mentioned that. But he is
not in the
her
show,
father.
right?
Yes. What?
But in the show they made Siri only, right? The prophecy, so it doesn't matter now.
Yeah. So that's what I'm curious about.
unless they pull another Luke Skywalker on us.
And they just wanna, one up on HBO for, in terms of incest. They're like brother sister.
Oh
No,
man,
no, this is
don't go there. Don't go there. But
But
while I was watching that scene, like he says his dialogue, right? My daughter, and I read
Yeah.
that subtitle, and it takes me like a second to understand. Oh, what daughter? And then he turns, and I'm like, oh shit! Oh, nice twist. Good.
Yeah, but so how did he become the villain? I'm curious.
That's honestly, I was so confused. Like,
That's for
why
season
did
3,
he?
right?
So he threw the
So
up.
did he like kill his wife and like fake his own death?
No, I think the grandma killed them, right?
That we have to see.
Calente
No.
got
So
them killed, right?
it was said that they had to travel. So they were in a ship, and then it was said that both of them. So some storm hit the ship, and both of them drowned.
Died, yeah.
Is what is said. But it turns out the dad is there, and the mom is
And
not there.
the story of Nilfgaard is that this Emir threw the Upsar, whatever that guy.
Usurper.
Usurper. Whatever that thing is.
That part I kept getting confused, like because they kept talking about how Emir, how they overthrew the usurper, and I kept picturing that Sintra was the ruler of Sintra was the usurper. It's like I don't know what other usurpers they were talking about.
So according to the geography, Centra is like far north, and Nilfgaard is very much south. So yeah, the usurper is something different. Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I think. But yeah, it is curious how Emir. Oh yeah, and one more thing, the king of the Wild Hunt also wants to marry Ciri, according to source material.
Okay, so I've heard like in the show they say like Geralt say Wild Hunt twice, but I know that one of the game is called The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. So
yeah,
what's that all about?
so the entire the Halloween party people are the Wild Hunt.
The other dimension. All the people
Yeah.
who just
When we just travel to Mars and then we have to fight Elon Musk there. So yeah, that's the Wild Hunt.
I honestly like
I know, right?
the visual representation of that scene, right? I was not at all happy with it.
Yeah, exactly,
It
man.
literally felt like they added a filter to it.
I mean, have you seen their entrance? Not their entrance. I mean, it's kind of in the games. I mean, that is epic. Okay, that is really nice. And compared to that, this was just lackluster.
This felt like they just put a red, a red kind of filter over the short footage. It felt so bad, like that they didn't have any budget left to
Yeah, they did it all on the intros, making each one
Oh
different.
man, coming to the intros, they sucked this time. I don't know.
I'd say they were passable.
Again, the least thing I'm worried of the show. Okay, but coming to the Witcher part, what are your thoughts on that? Exploring the Witcher life and all.
I would say that was good. I did not like one bit the whole bringing the hookers to Kaer Morhen part. That is not a part of anything, and I did not like it at all.
Trying to be GOT.
That was really just bad. Okay.
Like none of them did
when we are
anything,
talking about-
honestly, none of them did anything which I would relate to a Witcher. They were just
True.
like in the winters we come here. What the hell?
Yeah, man.
What's your job? Like, what do you do? Like, they're just sitting there throughout the show, like this season.
So what I would have preferred is if they put their creative team behind having more adventures of other witches, showing us that would be nice. Okay, and even if one or two of them were not on par with the main journey, it would have still be fine, right? Because that doesn't involve the main characters. They are just showing us what the witches do, right? Instead of having the entire forced thing into just forcing us to watch that. Okay, look, even we can do what the main author did. That would have just
maybe maybe then when Geralt is out again, again it feels that's the thing, right? It's rushed. Maybe Geralt could have gone out to research about something, and she goes on an adventure with other witches.
Yeah,
and maybe
exactly.
she'll learn
Yeah.
something there, instead of, and that whole thing, that suddenly, okay, she wants to be and I was like looking forward to her becoming the Witcher because I know in the game she's the Witcher.
No, that is a one plot point. Like the story can branch out in the games. I
Yeah,
Googled,
that's.
I looked it up. Like there are like two endings. Like one she becomes a Witcher, the other one
I don't know
she.
what it
So in the
is.
game she's not a Witcher.
There is one ending where she becomes a
This
Witcher.
is
Ending. I'm saying at the start of the
entirely.
game.
No, not from the start of the game. There's just a debate of whether we want to raise her as a Witcher or whether we want to raise her as a girl. And even Vesemir goes with the part of raising her as a girl. Yeah.
Oh, I was
So
thinking
that's
like
the
I was like, okay, now she turns into Witcher because I've seen that game
no,
thing.
no.
And they're like, oh no. So I thought that,
No.
okay, they're saving it for I think maybe future season when they return her. So I
I
was like,
mean,
okay.
I don't know what they'll be doing with the show, but yeah, no, even Vesemir is not very. So the entire thing of series blood having the power to make more witches, that doesn't exist actually. Not
Oh.
initially, as far as I can remember, and even Vesemir is not really bloodthirsty about her blood. That is also weird.
But what about this the fire guy out of
Oh yeah,
nowhere? Even that guy was like, do I know this guy from season 1 or I don't know who the guy is.
yeah, he wasn't there in the season 1. He is just someone who was captured, a mage who was captured, and then he is turned into a mercenary. And we know who he works for? Do we know that? No,
No,
right?
No,
they didn't show, right? At the end,
They
it's
don't.
so they both are now burned and they're talking to
So,
this person
but
in the hood.
Yeah, both are halfway dead.
one thing about that guy is right. Like they made him look so tough and badass. Like at the start, like so much foreshadowing, and then when Yennefer just spits on it.
True.
That was again,
Like
again like,
basically,
wow,
basically
what's happening here?
they turned him from Darth Vader to Hamara from Ninja Theory.
Like I had already forgotten about that fire guy.
What forgotten?
Yeah,
You
he
brought him
was.
up 2 times.
No, I just brought him up. What 2
Before
times?
also
Should
you
we, should
spoke
we
about it.
just call him? Should we just call him what they called him in that
No.
show?
Monetization issues. I was actually gonna say that, but I was like, nah. The fire F. I know.
I mean, yeah, fire truck. Yeah.
Okay. But
Fire
but
truck.
I liked the first episode was cool because I like those, when he goes on a missions and all. That was, I think, one of the cool part of exploring that very different ways of, how he takes down monsters. Whereas I think just after that episode, we never saw that, anything cool.
The whole Nolan arc, right? The Beauty and the Beast part.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the season started so nice, man. I was like,
Yeah.
yo, this is gonna be a good season, and then they just brought no, they just
I
messed it
thought
up.
they will at least spend 2-3 episodes until they reach that place, the witch's place, and then she'll try to learn there. The second episode they are there, and then just it all becomes about the exposition and taking the whole plot ahead instead of small things,
Exactly.
which I missed.
And
from
There's
season one.
also a significant time where when Siri spends time with Yennefer as well in the
Last
temple where
episode.
she also no, I'm talking about the source material.
Yeah.
So where she learns more magic from Yennefer. Here she was just for
Again,
the
so
escape.
rushed.
Yeah,
they're on a run.
yeah.
Lesson 1, do this. Lesson 2, do this. I'm like, so easy.
True.
I guess they don't want to make too many seasons.
Yeah, I kind of felt that, I kind of felt that they're rushing through all of it.
Like
So they are running out of budget.
I think after
Yeah, I
season
mean-
1 came out, they already announced season 2 and 3 together.
Or
So
did
maybe
they?
they are just just want to
They were
follow that
like,
and
oh
quickly
shit,
wrap up.
we messed it up there, yeah.
But I think it's like their flagship show, so I think if they I don't think they'll cancel that. That too with
Right.
Henry
No,
Cavill's
no,
name.
no.
It's still trending, both seasons are trending.
Right now, Henry Cavill is the highest paid Netflix actor, right?
Yeah, I think
It's well deserved, man.
the Stranger Things
he's
actress,
amazing.
right? Emily Brown.
Oh yeah.
She's a second, I guess.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie-
Millie Bobby Brown. Yeah.
Emily Brown.
My brain is loading. Who's Emily Brown?
They're also together in this, right? Enola Holmes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't seen the first movie, but okay.
What first?
Oh, there's a
movie?
second movie. There's a second movie. Okay.
They just wrapped
I
up the
don't.
second movie. You didn't saw the Enola Holmes?
No, I
Yeah,
didn't. I
that's the
heard it
first
was.
movie, right?
Yeah, so that came out last year.
Yeah, so there's a
Like
sequel coming out.
2020 it came out.
Yeah, there's a sequel coming out.
Yeah. They just wrapped up the shooting.
Damn, I thought that did not really garner much positive reviews.
No, they did.
It did. That's strange.
Dude, Red Notice is getting 2 more sequels.
Oh God.
What is getting too much?
Red Notice.
Dude, that movie was.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds, Dwayne Johnson,
Oh,
Gal
okay,
Gadot.
okay.
Dude,
Yeah.
that
okay.
movie. That movie.
That
is
was a nice.
That movie is only star power.
See,
Nothing else.
it's about, you
No.
know, these amazing,
No,
like
man.
awesome not
Dwayne
awesome
Johnson.
actors, I would say, these
That's what I
celebrities
said, right?
doing what they do.
That's what I said, right? It's just star power. No,
Yeah.
no plot.
But honestly, it was fun just for the actors. It's like a fun watch,
Yeah,
like as a drink, you know, have a drink, chill out with friends and all. It's a good watch, but nothing more than that.
Only the ending was like kind of like a good twist. The full carrying out of the plot was like meh.
It's like twist on twist on twist on. It's like this the race directors.
It's basically the entire movie is that one dialogue from Sonic 1. I was expecting not to expect that, so and thus I expected it.
Okay.
Oh, Sonic 2 is also coming, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, Witcher 2. Again, you know, I think I told a lot of people on Discord also that, yeah, it was okay. And they're like, did you enjoy season 1? And I'm like, no. So I don't know what I was expecting of this show to be, but I don't know. Like, you know, I didn't have any expectations, but it just doesn't, you know, fulfill anything. Like at no point, like, you know, at least in season 1 they had this cool fight scene in the beginning. So I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
that's-
this is my expectation moving forward. I want cool fight sequences, and that also doesn't, I think, deliver much. This season definitely there were so many places I hated the editing, especially when the hut, the witch was involved. You know, all this nonsense, you know, headache giving editing I didn't enjoy. And even, you know, when he takes out the dragon thing, when he tells Siri to stand on top and all, that was edited. When Roach died, dude.
Yeah.
They killed Roach, and that was like out of nowhere. Like suddenly he's there, and then cut to something else. Cut to, oh, Roach died. What? You know, so it was all over the place for me. But yeah, final thoughts. Nothing.
I mean,
Left in
I-
too much suspense. I need to watch season 3. I want to know what's gonna.
I think
what
it's gonna
happened
take.
to series
Okay,
mother.
I've heard that Henry Cavill may not return, or he may like pass off or whatever, move on from the show. That's the rumors going on. Those are the rumors going on that he won't, like, whatever.
Why would he
Or
want to
maybe
do
it's a
that?
contract thing,
Exactly.
whatever. I don't care, but
No,
there are these
because,
rumors going on.
unless
That
that would be really dumb.
unless he didn't like the way the show is going, I doubt it. Because like he's a big fan of Witcher, right?
Exactly.
And
He
have you
would
heard
stick
the
with it.
story of how he got the show?
He was playing. No, that was how he got Superman.
No, so the auditions for going on for Witcher, they auditioned 200 actors, and he was not even selected for that. And he went crazy after the writer calling him, messaging him, mailing him to please take me, please at least take an audition for me. And then they were not finding, you know, anyone good enough. And then they're like, okay. And he just sent, you know, his voice of like Geralt, and they were like, oh shit, this is Geralt. We got him. And that's how he got the, you know, show. So it'd be weird that he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a contract thing, you know, how they do that. The actors not want coming back, and they just fan uproar and like, okay, more money. It
Come
can
on,
be all at that also, but it is a rumor. It is a rumor. So we have no
I
credibility.
don't know. I
behind this.
mean, he has been public about him really enjoying the games as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, his voice impression is actually pretty nice, I would say. But yeah,
I want to see him getting that beard, man. That's my goal.
That's true. That's true.
That's my
man.
goal for Witcher.
I was expecting it this season, man. Come on.
I wouldn't hope too much. It might end up like Oliver Queen's goatee all over again.
Oh man,
Okay.
let's not go there.
We never
So
got it.
basically, the show Arrow, right? They never go to that comic book version of him having a goatee. They did like for one episode, they like gave us like a hint of it, but basically they said like they tried giving him it, but it doesn't suit on the actor. That
Yeah.
goatee doesn't suit on
Okay.
the actor, so they couldn't do it.
And that's the thing. Henry Cavill's beard also is like really curly. Like, did you watch Man of Steel?
Yeah, true. Yes.
Yeah,
That is true.
but they can always do the makeup and all. It's okay.
I mean, they can take
His-
tips from
his-
DC and they can CGI that, right?
His hair is basically wig, right? So they can do for the beard also.
Hmm.
But yeah, final thoughts.
Dude, send them your beard.
It's not for sale, man.
You can audition for,
Roto the beard only,
yeah,
beard and mustache only. and send it.
auditioning for Henry Cavill's beard.
Like they can like take reference of this and then create CG and put it on it.
Yeah, just mask it and send the PNG of that.
But yeah, coming back to The Witcher, final thoughts.
Like I said, waiting for season 3. I want to know what happened to Ciri's mother.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, true. Did she go to get milk?
Oh man.
I mean, but yeah, I am still hopeful for season 3. I think they should stick more to the source material, add things which are lacking, not which are already present. I'd say from the source material.
I think they
That
need
is what I
to
hope.
make their mind up like what we want to show now and what we can show later. You cannot have everything within all these episodes, or either increase the number of episodes, like do something, like maybe cut down the clutter, maybe bring 2-3 characters into one, like or 2-3 plot lines within 2 limited characters, instead of, oh no, in the books there were 10 characters, so we'll bring all of them for the same thing. You can cut down on characters like that also, instead of trying to do like you said, right? Already they added so many things of their own into the plot. So yeah, but anyways, those are our thoughts, guys, on The Witcher. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and let us know if you want us to play the game too, because we had planned it but it never happened.
Yeah.
But let us know if you want that. You can live stream that and play some missions of that. But we'll enjoy it. We'll have fun. Let us know all that in the comments, and if you enjoy it, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Keep geeking out.